Welcome to my ongoing series of recordings, sometimes published, sometimes not. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. This is the Ghost Fleet series, the latest DLC from the game maker. The mission at hand is the rescue of the Battlestar Archeron from a failed mission, the Operation Clean Sweep, which was referred to in the Blood and Chrome series. This video raw is 39 minutes long, so I'm going to probably have to figure out how to cut something out of it. I don't know what I'm going to cut at this point, but something's going to have to be cut unless it Yahoo, right. Unless YouTube lets me push up 30 more than 30 minutes of content, which it never has before. Also, I know that these videos have only my commentary. They don't have the sound from the game in it. I have yet to figure out how to do that. I'm currently using the tools VLC, which lets me record my screen very effectively, but does not let me record audio from the microphone, or I just simply don't know how to use it yet. I've only been doing this for a couple of weeks. So here I am with my go-to fleet. It consists of 2 Battlestars, one MK2 with the upgrade and only 2 connectors to the flight pods, and one unupgraded MK original series Battlestar. The MK2 is always the Galactica because the game requires the Galactica to be at any major missions. 2 Battlestars, one 2,700 points, 2,600 points, 2,700 points, the other 2,150 points. For firepower, I have 2 Janus ships. They are equipped with 2 torpedo launchers and 1 PCM launcher each. And for heavy gunnery, I've got the Hercules cruiser for outputting massive amounts of firepower. So this mission starts out, this is my second attempt at the mission. My first attempt at the mission, I basically slammed the Galactica into something and blew it apart. I still don't know how that happened. I did look at one gamer's video to see if I missed a mine or something. I did not. This is not bad. I've had up to 13 attempts before I got anything that was even ready for video. So this is a major plus. So I did discover that the bad way to run this mission is to fly straight and steady and into the middle of basically a firebox, similar to what the Israelis used against the Egyptians in the 1973 Yom Kippur War. In that war, the Egyptian armor, thousands of tanks, Soviet-made, drove into a box surrounded on 3 sides by Israeli armor and artillery. They poured a murderous amount of fire on the Egyptians and completely defeated the Egyptian offensive in the Sinai Peninsula, which was designed to break out and take the Sinai back from Israel, which it had taken in the 1967 war. Flying into a horseshoe of Cylons is a bad idea. So on try number 2, I said, well, let's try something different. I'm going to turn left, take out a small group of Cylons that I can clearly overpower. You're also going to see me take 4 shots with missiles at a long-range target. I have figured out in 700 hours of gameplay that the base stars are always at the back of the back row. They don't move very fast, and they're very easy to wipe out or severely damage with long-range missiles. So I pick an opening shot that I know I can make with torpedoes. It doesn't require identification or unmasking of the target, and I slam it hard and fast. You see me programming. I use sweepers. That's the Archeron sweepers. I'm basically setting up some fire to protect the Archeron. I know the Archeron's going to jump away because it jumped away in my first attempt, and it jumped away in the attempt I watched on YouTube. So you got to play it straight. You just can't have the air wing fly away from Archeron and put it to use. It would be yours after 2 turns anyway, and I put it to excellent use after that fact. I used it to defend my artillery. My basic current low casualty arrangement is I take 2 ships, I hang them back for artillery, not too far, because they need to be able to contribute to collective fire on targets, but far enough back so that they're hard to reach. Artillery behind the front lines, which is a pair of Battlestars and the larger Hercules class cruiser. Now, what you won't see in this video, because I didn't focus in on it, is the destruction of the long-range destruction of the base star. I guess you'll have to trust me on it, because you will face 2 base stars in this scenario, at the very least, possibly 3. I faced 2 in this scenario, as you shall see, one of which I wiped, it would have been 3, but I wiped out one of the base stars very early with my opening shots. There's a lot of there's a base star hiding behind debris, I think, and debris is highly combustible. You slam the base star with some missiles, slam the debris with some missiles, torpedoes actually, and it makes a very big boom. Let's see if we can see the footage in here. Let's see what am I doing now. I'm setting up my support ship to provide extra armor to the Galactica, because I like any advantage I have. I have noticed that my commander, Eva Lawson of the BSG-21, the Battlestar Mercury, which I use for non-major missions, is so advanced and has so many points piled up on her that she gets extra points for her Battlestar. So I'm seriously considering to try and find out if the game will let me promote Eva Lawson and bring her in as commander of the Galactica, so I have an extra edge during major missions. I'm guessing they're not going to let me do that. But she is a commander with a great deal of experience. She has gone through the entire Resurrection series with me, and I may have been created in the. I did use someone named Eva Lawson in the initial Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, but I don't know if she was taken continuously through the whole sequence. But now she's a Rear Admiral, and she gets an extra 45 points on her Battlestar, and that's some serious hull plating advantage that you get for being a good commander, which Silas Nash does not have. So we're still in the setup stage. I don't believe I fired off my missiles yet, my torpedoes. I am purposely leaving gaps so I don't blather on and bore people to death. I'm also trying to leave for myself the ability to do editing and make cuts to the video, should I need to. You see, yeah, this is pre-sequence. I've got the air wing of the Archeron. I've got my 2 air wings, and I'm setting up. And you see I've turned my ships hard to the left, or I'm about to turn my ships hard to the left. And I'm going to go after the first group of Cylons right there. You see the screen move. There's 4 Cylon ships there, one of which is a base star. The rest are Arachne, I think 110-point cruisers. Real pains in the ass. There's my shots going off to get the base star on the side. Clear shot before you need flak. I had that with 6 launchers, torpedo launchers. I have my target with. You will not see those at the target. I do apologize. I just simply forgot to turn the camera around and watch the shot happen. But I'm sure it was a beautiful destruction, because I never saw or heard from that base star again. So here's a relatively simple operation. I pick the closest threat. I point every gun I can at it, and I blow it to smithereens. Quite brutal. War is not fair. It is not uh, an honorable duel on a grassy field. It is kick the crap out of the other guy and kill him while he sleeps, if possible. In this case, not sleeping, but you see the lead ship about center screen. You see I'm aiming everything at him. You see my torpedo trails going off to destroy a base star. You see I'm maneuvering my sweepers into position to put up a flak screen. It's very critical, and it allows you to not use flak the first few turns. You don't have to worry about shooting down your own torpedoes. You see there I am, the left-hand side of the screen, bam, 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 bam. As we say in the business, five slam a jamma, he's dead. He's got no points, he's going to blow up. Change your firing solution to the next victim. Oh, what's that? Something big is exploding over there. Maybe that's the base star. Yeah, it's probably the base star. So you can see, you do see the base star kind of explode there. Archeron's doing its thing. We've landed a Raptor. You don't have to put a Raptor squadron out. Having a Raptor squadron is a great thing because you can use it to fire missiles at your enemies. But you don't have to board the Archeron. There's a special, as far as I can tell, invisible Raptor that brings a fire team to the Archeron, which jumps away. It's caught on the Archeron and jumps away. And when the Archeron jumps away, which is probably next turn. So checking things out. I get another view of my baked base star, and I decided to turn the Archeron toward a target for some reason. I don't know why I did that. That's just stupid. I fired some guided missiles at some target. I think they never arrived. They got shot down. They hit a mine or something. See that orange sparkles? That is flat. Not flat. That is chaff. I built up a wall of chaff. My fleet is enveloped within it, and it's like deflector shields for almost 2 turns. Nothing can get in but my weapons, which are it's smart chaff. My weapons can get out. So you see that my main base star, my main battle star, is pretty much enveloped in a wall of chaff. And the Cylons are going down, 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 down. They're going down, 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 down. They're going down, 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 down. There's one. That's the first one. And you see the next one get slammed up by multiple fires. They fire missiles into my chaff field. The missiles don't even get in there. My Battlestar flying without flak is slammed. Now I just checked the score, the remaining hull points on the second victim of my attack, and I think I decided at this point to split my fire. The 2 Janus ships are going to continue their gunfire on the Arachne cruiser because there's only got 36 points left. You don't need a full barrage to destroy it. Everything else is going to go after the unidentified target, which is probably a base star. To be successful in this game, it pays to check details. I commonly have to redo missions or lose ships because I don't pay attention to details. It's bad. It's a bad habit in systems administration, which is my career, and it's a very bad habit in Battlestar Galactica Deadlock that the game punishes you for very severely. The sequence, I did watch a full mission from somebody else. If I remember the name of the guy, I'll give him mention or kudos. He got through the mission on his first try, he says, without looking at anybody else's video. But he got out of it with only 1 ship. Battlestar Galactica, which you can't lose in this game. You lose it, the game is over. And it lets you restore to the and try again and again and again and again. Okay, here we go. This sequence is going. We've hitting the base star, which reveals itself with some torpedoes. A second cruiser goes up in smoke. There's now half the enemy is gone, and the enemy fire threat is more than half gone because the base star is easy to stop. You turn on flak, you use chaff, and the base star is pretty much neutralized. And there's the score of the base star, 184. Not too much damage, actually. I hit him with two pretty good torpedo barrages from the battle stars. You would figure that would do more damage, but it did enough damage. Now, interesting, the Janus reloads torpedoes slower than the battle stars, when they turn longer. So everything was fired on my first shot. In my second round, I get 2 shots from the Battlestar, which I could save for more effect and coordinate with the Janus, but I didn't think I needed it. I thought I could wipe out the base star with just 2 Battlestar shots. I was dead wrong. The Januses are gonna queue up some munitions, which means 4 torpedoes are going to. Torpedo barrages are going to head toward the base star, and that should pretty much write the story for the base star. There's not going to be much left of the base star after that. This pause is brought to you by New Data Cloud, which is what I was doing before I recorded this video. NewDataCloud.com and the Oracle Addiction. The thing with this video I don't know is what to cut. Alright, there we go. Nasty torpedo barrage hits the base star. That's twice as powerful, blows it up. 4 torpedo barrages, even before the last 1 or 2 hits, that base star is done. Notice something else. I'm gradually moving my battle stars down. They've got much better armory on top than on the bottom. And you get underneath somebody, those guns will tear them up like an alligator under someone's stomach. I don't know, under a hippopotamus' stomach. So I'm always, you'll see, if you look at my videos, that I record most of my major missions. I don't post them if they're not valuable or have any good. But I do record them all because if something cool happens, I want to have it recorded for posterity's sake. And this sequence is way cool. You see there the air wing from the Archeron is on its way over to help us out with the base star, which we don't actually need. You will see me reassign my air wing to defend my Janus cruisers because I need my Janus cruisers. And they also end up, due to the course I took going left first, out of position. Here I am wiping out a cruiser. It's going to take 1 more turn to fire. You see there, he's got 56 left. He's half destroyed, so he's definitely capable of doing a lot of damage. So I don't know if I split my fire on this or I just took him out. You'll also see me swing the camera view on once in a while. I'm looking for someone sneaking up behind me with a base star. That just never happened. Now, something else I do that may game the system in these missions is I do a lot of missions to lower the Cylon threat to as close to 0 as I can beforehand. I use that to accumulate ships, accumulate experience among my crews. Veteran crews perform better than non-veteran crews and rookies. In general, if you take the next mission with the Cylon threat at 20 or 30, which it will be after this mission, you're just asking for trouble. Between mission 2 and mission 3, I had to take on a Cylon fleet that was 11,000 or 9,300, which is 1,300 more than I can put in a fleet. That is severely unfair, but against the Cylons. being machines are good at manufacturing things and they can make more fleets, so they're allowed to have bigger fleets. Proof that we could have bigger fleets too if the game maker would let us, but there's obviously some other reasons or issues with the game engine that I don't understand. I'm writing a book called Battlestar Mercury, which is hosted at battlestarmercury.com. And what I'd like to do is use this game engine in skirmish mode to do my battles, to make my book not just a book anymore, make it a partially video book. This game, because of its recordings, would be the great way to make battle sequences. All I would need to make that work would be a Mercury class Battlestar, which of course they're not providing. My suggestion to the game maker is this: make a game up based on the scenario that the Cylons failed to destroy the colonies in their sneak attack, that the CNP program was discovered and removed from all systems, and the only Battlestar destroyed was the Galactica, or maybe not, and make a game based on the Second Cylon War, which they started thinking they were wiping out the colonies, but didn't work out. It would be a great game. I'm not sure Universal would let you do it, but that would be a most awesome game, and it would include Mercury class Battlestars, it would include Valkyrie class Battlestars, and it would. I believe I could actually, with the skirmish engine, make reasonable battle sequences for my book, based on choosing the fleets, or possibly playing multiplayer mode, playing for both sides, and then editing the video from my book. So, just saying, you can make my life easier by doing a Second Cylon War game. Okay, there it goes. Now I'm turning my fleet to the right, and I'm starting here to whack targets to the right. You'll see me swing around and check my rear. I don't like, gotta check my sex. I'm lowering my Januses, and I'm pointing them in the direction of the enemy, and I really actually don't traverse that much territory. The Cylons come to you in this sequence. I'm not going to spoil it by telling you how many of my ships survived, but I was ecstatically pleased with the results, and I did better than the game person in Australia whose mission I watched to figure out why the hell I lost the first mission so fast, the first attempt. Sorry for the language. I try and keep my language family friendly in these videos, and I succeed. Not very often. Frack, 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 frack. Picking up my new targets. Don't remember. I did this less than 2 hours ago, and I don't remember what those targets were. I remember I faced 2 base stars, and I think it's possible to face 3 base stars. I could be wrong about that. I may have, but you saw that big explosion earlier in the sequence. That was probably a base star. If it wasn't a base star, it was a gigantic pile of junk, and it was spectacular and worth the ammunition anyway. Here we are at minute 24. I still don't know what I would cut from this video, so I'm not going to cut anything. Just so you know, it's 1:59 a.m. Sunday morning, May 31st, Central Time. I've just finished doing an upgrade on my database configuration of the New Data Cloud, NDC, newdatacloud.com. I'm basically building a database engine that can run Oracle databases as well as Oracle. And I just built a test environment before the Jewish holiday on Thursday. And I used the test environment to generate some better configuration to spread my CPU load over 3 systems, with the primary database running on a system that's lightly used on the application side with only NextCloud in it. And After that, I decided to play the. Actually played the sequence just before midnight while I was trying to stay awake for my database maintenance. And then, after finishing the maintenance at 1:15 p.m., 1:15 a.m., which was about 15 minutes later than planned, I took this raw footage and I began doing this video. Not great production value here, I must admit, but one of these days I'll figure out how to get sound from the game into this recording. Just doing a torpedo barrage. What am I hitting? I don't know. Can't see. A cruiser of some kind. There you see me moving my Battlestars over to give broadside angles. The more guns that face the target, the better it is. Changing my flak around to deal with the most likely threat. Just swing around. You see we don't move very far. We don't fly into the, you see this gray area from the center top and basically a line going uphill from left to right, downhill from right to left. That's all mines. Don't fly through there. It does not do your Battlestar any good. As a matter of fact, the ship will come out from a major mine encounter in such bad shape that the Cylons destroy it very easily. So I'm now at minute 27 of the sequence, and I have not lost a single ship. You'll see me occasionally reload torpedoes from my support ship. I think I did lose the support ship. At some point, I almost always lose the support ship in a really big battle, but I got a lot of those torpedoes unloaded into ships before that happened. There he is, up in the right-hand side. You see I'm clicking on him. He's still at 60 hull points, so he hasn't been hit yet. He's going to get hit soon. And there he is, delivering torpedoes to the torpedo launchers through Janices. Janices are a great package. They can't maneuver worth crap. But sitting back to be mobile artillery pieces, they are kick-ass because they have 50% more capacity than a Ranger. And they are, in my opinion, more durable, but they are more expensive, and they have the maneuverability of a semi-trailer. This is not much at all. And there goes another cruiser, up in smoke, split fire, probably split fire. Should have zoomed in a little more on that. Yeah, he's done. So now suddenly, I'm looking for targets. I went from a horseshoe formation that was damn near impossible to get out of to very quickly looking for targets. In any war game scenario, if you can divide and conquer, that's good. I basically took a far superior force, divided it into 2 or 3 parts, and avoided having to take out all ships at the same time. And by slam gemma, I like to say, took him out, piece by piece. Overwhelming advantage over any individual group. 2 Battlestars against 1 Space Star. I never had to face 2 base stars coordinating. There were no Cerebus base stars that I was aware of in this scenario. I'm suddenly I'm suddenly looking around. Where's my targets? Where's my targets? There's a target. There's a Talon. Or Renegade. You can tell this is being recorded in the iMovie screen, which is pretty small. even though it's on a 30-inch beautiful high-res monitor from Amazon. Yeah, see, I'm looking for targets, and I see I've got one target left. So everybody's going to fire at it and take it out. What is the target? Problem is not what is the target. The problem is he's sitting. There's two targets. There's an unidentified target. He's firing missiles up at my underbelly, but he smacks into my flak. And there's target number one. Bye bye. That's the base star, I think, over there. He's going to go. I mean, I got him completely outgunned. So, watch how I do this. It's a long shot. I think I'll use some torpedoes when they're available. I think there's another small ship right there, right in front of the cruiser. There's a small ship that needs to go. I just devoted one ship's guns to that and pointed everything else at the base star. How do I know it's the base star? Because I remember it blowing up. Missiles, torpedoes against base stars. Boy, that's just not fair. Long range shots. Setting up the shot. Torpedoes are about to hit him. Torpedoes do it. Don't remember now. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching my video. I'm going to play the sequence. I may cut that out into another piece if I need to for time. But the post sequence, which only takes 10 minutes, all that work that took me 30 minutes to record, 35 minutes to record, in exactly 4 minutes it plays back. And that's real time. So that tells me that I'm slow and inefficient in my use of time setting up my shots. But that's a good thing. I'm paying attention to detail. And there's the sequence. I'll put the credits in there. ISN Corporation, New Data Cloud. Whew. If you like the video, please press like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you really want to know when I post videos, which is quite irregular, press the little bell and you'll be notified when I upload.